Alright, welcome back to the channel. This is the Chief
Booty, yarr!
And in this video today, I'm going to be talking about my achievements. Finally, I have acquired Bronze 3 in the Classic Arena. And just to go into the arena right now, I've got 1,176 points, which about an hour ago I was in level 4, but I have dropped down. As you can see, I have not attacked anybody for a while. So, I wanted to point out that I'm only on level 24, so this can be done, and I suggest you do it as soon as you can. This is the team that I'm using. I was actually pretty lucky to pull at least these two champions right here. We've got Hope. She lives up to her name. She's awesome, actually. She's, for me anyway. We'll just go through her skills real quick. Attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a block buffs debuff for 2 turns on your enemy. And then her Hearten skill is a shield skill for your team. Increases the duration of buffs on all allies by 1 turn. Places a shield buff equal to 25% of this champion's HP on all allies for 2 turns. So she's kind of similar to Valerie. You can get Valerie in the campaign. And then we also have a real key skill for her. It attacks all enemies and has a 50% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs by 1 turn. If it doesn't wipe them out completely, if they only have 1 turn left, or if there are skills that they have buffed on the enemies, if you get the good timing and use that, then they won't even be able to use it. And she is really good in the faction, pretty high, 31% HP in your faction. We got resist and accuracy for now. Her other masteries increases the shield buffs. This champion well, that's 30, so that's what I'm going for next. But I have to be really careful on what I achieve. I don't want to raise that account level too high, put me into higher competition where I can't at least stay in Bronze 3 while I'm upgrading levels. I'll show you the progress missions here in a second. Alright, so next we have Doom Priest, and she is badass. She's the Knight's Revenant. She's got some pretty good skills. Bolster, it's a passive skill, but at the start, every turn she gets, she's going to heal your allies by 7.5% of their HP and will remove 1 random debuff from them. So, got a couple debuffers between Doom Priest and Hope. Awesome. Her Fate Weave attacks 1 enemy. If the hit is critical, it will place a 15% increase critical rate buff on a random ally for 2 turns. Anyway, the next skill, Mass Possession, is probably the best skill to start off with. Kind of like War Priest in the early stages, and many others have the increased attack, places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. You can get that down to 3 turns. And then her aura is force ally speed in battles by 15%. Watch for these. They're kind of tricky sometimes. When you ascend this champion, this is only going to affect force champions. Red skull there. Alright, and the other 2 champions I'm using on this arena team is the Jizz Master here.
Yarr!
I use the Fierce Protector on Hope. Even in auto, when I click auto on arena, he just puts it on her no matter what, which is pretty cool. Last but not least, we've got High Katoon for her speed. And she sometimes gets the blunt end of the sword as far as her livability goes. It doesn't last that long. Sometimes I can only use her increased speed skill. And if I'm lucky enough to get down to the Shamanic Lightning, it helps. It helps. I could build her up a little bit better. I've got the Divine Critical Rate, so she gets the shield. You can see it. Most of my builds, my gear builds, except for this came with the week 2 logins. A lot of this stuff is what I've purchased in the market, except for the Immortal set. I believe that comes from stage 3, 4. I can't remember. Anyway, so that is the team, and I like Abyssal. He's actually really cool, but I don't have him up that high in level. I just ranked him into 4-star, but he's got some good skills too you can use. And we've got Void Gaze, which attacks all enemies. So he's a great AoE attacker, and he actually has a block buffs debuff for his kit. Also has a heals all allies by 15% of the max HP, which is pretty dope. And we've got, this is a good skill too. Places a 30% increased defense buff and a 25% increased attack buff on allies for 2 turns. But he's actually pretty damn good, really. And then you get the speed aura in the faction crypts. So he's actually really good for the demon spawn. I wish I had him on one of my other accounts. I'd really be raking up some faction war battles. Alright, so on these missions here, I have quite a ways to go before I can actually acquire the achievement down here for the arena. I am afraid of some of these. I am right at 99%. So going through these missions right now, I'm definitely going to be getting into the next account. I mean, as soon as I do this first one, I'm going to increase my level to 25. At this point, I'm not too worried about it. If I want to get into level 4, let's take in an arena battle real quick. Granted, I am in level 24, so I don't see a whole lot of 60s quite yet. 50 there, 50 there, 50, some legendaries. At least for my team, these battles are not tough at all, which I'll even just go into the auto mode and just let them rip. This is pretty cool. I love this team. I love this team. They're awesome. And they're not even all the way up to full level yet. Well, they're doing a little bit different than what I'm used to, but that's alright. There's that debuff. And War Priest, everybody has a War Priest so far in these levels. And she takes a lot of hits. I mean, 24,000, that's pretty tough chick. I'm trying not to play anybody that's too high above me, really. Alright, I won't use the auto feature on it. Just so I can... Alright, I'm going to do the increased attack. Alright, now we're going to do the strength hearten, which strengthen. Oops. Alright, so we're going to do Fierce Protector on Hope. Speed. Alright, we're going to take the hits. She counters. Well, that's unfortunate. Get a stun there. Alright, so remove the buff. Alright. Back in action. We want to take a lane out first. Alright, well, this is actually, if you have high defense on him, this is actually a pretty good skill, and I think I want to make a big dent in this reindeer guy. I think he's Rain Beast. Jizzo takes a big hit out of Shaman. And also, Ikatoon. I can get her damage up a little bit better with some better gear, some more upgrading. Nah, was waiting for that. These guys are a little bit more resilient. Retaliation gear kicked in there. Oh, that's a first. Ah, well, that sucks. They were just picking on her. Alright. Oh, he's got a little revive action going, huh? Alright. Now, doing the counter shield buff from Jizzo to Doom Priest does not get your passive skill active, so that's kind of unfortunate, but that's why I never use it on Doom Priest. Alright, this should be it. Bye-bye. Alright, so that was a little tougher, but you start getting the idea of this shouldn't be too bad. That is Painkeeper. She's pretty tough. Lots of people like her. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about Hope and Doom Priest, which are becoming two of my favorite champions. Alright. Obviously, we want to try and take out Kale first. No, we can knock this guy out. Ooh, took a little punch there and stayed standing. What? Ah, boy. You little punk. I always see Kale with a lifesteal set on, so I want to try to take him out as soon as I can. However, I do want to make some there we go, some damage done on everybody kind of all at once. The cooldown rates, I don't even have any, I haven't used any tomes on these champions yet, which would increase their cooldown rates, and I'd be able to use their, I'm just gonna auto. She takes a lot of hits though, watch this, she'll take some punishment. So I could actually do that increased attack and the hearten shield a whole lot quicker, but I don't have that many epic tomes, so kind of stuck. Alright, so we've gotten into Bronze 4 now. Alright, so the reason why I'm doing all this is because I want to stay above the average teams that I'm seeing. And when I get into the next level, once I go back into those missions and complete those missions, and then when I refresh one last time, once I see that I can't beat anybody else, I'm gonna refresh one more time so that I can stay in that level of competition on the arena, go finish those missions, and then I'll be able to come back and do whatever I need to, or not do anything at all really, because I'll have that mission out of the way, that Bronze 3 mission out of the way. Victory for me. This is all going to tie into my next few videos. I probably won't stay in 4 all that long, which is unfortunate, because by the time I get ready to refresh this, I'll be in level 25, and that competition is gonna get stiffer. So, main goal, like I say, is to try and stay in Bronze 3. So I'm thinking we can just go through Minotaur here. We want to pick a higher level. We'll just do this one. Alright, so we got that out of the way, and who did we get? We got some scrolls for Shaman. Alright, got that mission out of the way. Unlock another champion mastery. Okay, no. I think I've already got his. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, double check these. I know his pretty well, but for the video. Places a shield buff, counterattack, shield, okay. Evoke, continuous heal. It's based on defense. Ally attack. Well, since he does have that shield, increases the value of shield buffs this champion casts by 5%. Could go that route, give the higher accuracy. Provoke's important for AoE attackers, any nuker guys, because if you're not on auto, you can select them, get that provoke, they can only do their A1. I'm gonna do the accuracy. Alright. Leave your crappy comments for me. My bad decision, if that's what you think it is. All right, so clear stage 7 of the Deadlands on normal. All right, so I'm gonna get this out of the way, and I will be back with the next few missions, and we'll just keep knocking these out, and hopefully I can stay in the Bronze 3. All right, now we got the next progress mission out of the way. Cleared stage 7 of the Deadlands on normal, like that booty.
Yar! Booty!
And then we need to win 5 artifacts from the Ice Golem's Peak. Hopefully by the end of that, we'll have upgraded 2 champions to level 40. So, by the end of the day, I'll be collecting that Bronze 3, and there's also the Bronze 3 in your arena challenges here, and you get 1 day XP there. Success! I have finally got it. I finally achieved the Bronze 3 in the Classic Arena at level... I started at level 24. I only got to almost to level 26 going through those last few missions, and just to kind of show that I do kind of know what I'm talking about. Hopefully that's quite an achievement to get this whole part 1 of the progress missions completed. But in any case, this is like the next day. I didn't have a chance to finish the recording, so I've been holding on to this for an entire day. Just to kind of show that the anti-farming thing can work, there was mini logins day 80, so well, actually it was day 78 when I achieved this. So I mean, it took quite a while, quite a few brews, mainly upgrading my champions with brews, so that I didn't have to campaign farm. So one thing I want to do is a preview for the next video. I'm going to switch an account real quick on to the account for my beginner's guides. So here we are, day 17 login of the account that I've been using to do my beginner's guides, and got a speed chest full of goodies there.
Booty!
So in my next video, what I'm going to be working on is going through these missions and trying to keep my account level low, kind of doing this anti-farming method. Go into the arena real quick. You can see what the competition is going to be like. I've covered some of these already in previous videos, and please check those out. Definitely subscribe and leave comments for the channel if you'd like. But I'm going to be building up the champions that I have, mainly these 4. I do have this Bellower, who's actually a really good champion to build on. So we'll be covering these champions, trying to get their levels upgraded and be competitive, and try and see if I can't get the same Bronze 3 achievement mission out of the way. But as you can see, I have 68 of these to do. Some quick tips though. You can see that some of these you can actually clear right away, but others are, as they unlock, that is the only time to complete the mission. So be careful when you're doing that. Don't jump too far ahead. You can knock a lot of these out without getting too much experience. So here's one I keep saying: use your 2 best champions to complete 3 stars on every level in each level of the campaign. Some of these, like I said, you can knock out early. Equip a rare attack type champion with 6 offense artifacts of level 8 or higher. Another 3-star one there. What I have noticed is when I completed the Bronze 3 first, got up the next day, and I had to do it again because I got knocked out of contention for that achievement, and being so far down in the mission numbers, I had to do it again. So keep that in mind. So what I'm going to try to do is reach Bronze 3 and then go through those missions. It'll take a long time. It might take 1 or 2 days. The only problem with doing that is if you refresh when you go up a level, these are going to change. Not by much, not this early in the game, but like I said, I do want to keep the level as low as possible. So keep checking for my channel on the videos on how I'm going to build Shaman, Jizzo, and probably Bellower as well. Try and make that a great team to contend in and get that mission out of the way as early as possible, under level 20. So wish me luck. Greatly appreciate you watching this video. Click subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like, and I'll check you in the next video. Thanks a lot.